In this video, we're going to talk about subawards. More specifically, the case where, let's say, Tulane is a subawardee for another university's proposal. So we're going to show you how that would work in your internal routing, and a good way you might want to work on a subaward within Cayuse system to system if you actually want to. It won't really submit the subaward to the other university, but it's a good way to get your budget in because of the good budgeting tools with system to system. So first I'm going to talk about how you would fill out a routing sheet if we were a subaward for another university's proposal. We're going to go into products and go to sponsored projects. And when we get here, basically just go up to the top right and click Start New Proposal. We're going to say this is not related to any other projects and put in whatever name you want for this project. Again, I always like to put, whenever I name a project, I always use the PI's last name, just works better. And then I'll put LSU as the sponsor for this one. We'll say that they're going to be submitting to NIH, but we've been named as a subawardee on their project. So I'm just going to call this some kind of random name here, and we're going to create a new project. So the way this will work is you'll fill out your entire proposal as you normally would. This is the Tulane internal routing, Cayuse sponsored projects. Remember that. So, you'll fill out this page if you want, however you like here. Maybe School of Medicine, Test Subaward. This is the actual title of the project. And right here is where you're going to select subaward. So the award type, I want you to notice something. If you just pick grant, there's only one sponsor. But when you pick subaward, it pops in this prime sponsor field. So this is how you will denote that we have been named as a subawardee. So the sponsor for this one would be LSU. Got them in here we're in a training environment, so I have LSU's full name instead of the acronym right here. Prime sponsor would be the initiator of the funding. So for this example, we'll say NIH initiates is the owner of the project. LSU is submitting to NIH, but we are submitting to LSU, so we are the subawardee for this one. I'll also fill in the proposal type. You'd fill out the rest of this as you go. Pretty much everything in the proposal for your routing will be exactly the same. You'll just fill this out to the best of your ability. For the key personnel, you can name yourself as the PI if you want, even though it might be somebody at LSU obviously is going to be the main PI for this, but you can go ahead and put that if you're submitting this. So this will be our internal routing in sponsored projects. After you've gone through and answered every one of these required questions in all the proposal sections, and you're ready to route everything, you're looking good, you actually do have the opportunity, if you want, to use one of our other modules to build a budget. This is just a quick tip. You don't have to use this one if you don't want to, but I'm going to show it anyway using Cayuse Proposals S2S. I will preface this by saying you don't have to hit yes to this if you want to use Cayuse Proposals S2S for what we're using right now for subawards. You can just leave this at no. We don't want to link anything to this proposal really, but I just want to show you really quick. If you feel like it, you can create a budget using Proposals S2S. So I'm going to go to Products, Proposals S2S. Totally optional way to do this. But if you wanted to, you could create a proposal, and instead of going to Grants.gov, you could create a research subaward proposal and hit Create. You would name this whatever you like. There we go. I'll just name it Test Subaward. Organization will always be the administrators of the Tulane Educational Fund. You'll pick your default IDC rate, so whichever rate works best for you for this proposal. If you need more tips on rates and how to do any of this budget stuff, we do have a training video on budgeting as well. And let's just say this is a 3-year budget period. It's due the end of this month, and I'm not really going to care about a validation type. Well, actually, I do need to pick one here, so I'm just going to pick the NIH one. This is an NIH one that I picked, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So all you notice on the left-hand side, as opposed to some of the things in Cayuse S2S, this is just a subaward, so there's very little information to put in. By default, it brings you into budget, the first budget period, but if I were you, I'd jump up to the top and fill out the performance site if you want. You can write this in if you like, or you could go into show available institutional profiles. We do have Tulane's default one here. You may have to select it and then scroll down to find the button to add it to the proposal. And you can overwrite this if you want. This is just our basic performance site information, Tulane's main campus. You can change that if you like. And then you can go into key persons. You can manage key persons, and you can add who you want to be the PI on this. So I'm just going to say me, Walter Ward. I can search for me and find it here. I'm going to sort this by PI. There we go. Now I can find myself, add myself in there. I can add a bio sketch right here. Let's see what else. I'll upload that. Current and pending support. If there's any other collaborators right here. And then I can continue on. I could do, so let's say I'm going to be the co-investigator for this one because I'm going to be sending this to another university. So I'll just say maybe I have 3 calendar months. Again, I'm using fake salaries for everything here. And I'll go ahead and I'm not going to use the escalate replicate for this one. I'm just going to put, I'm just working 3 months on this. Make this one nice and easy and close it. So now I've got myself as a co-investigator. I've got a budget here too. I could fill out the budget however I want. I'm just going to go through quickly and see what I need to fill out here. Fill out everything you want for the budget. And then when you're done, you'll obviously go through and clear out all of these dates, get everything sorted out. Once you've filled out everything here, all it is just budget information for this subaward. Then you have at the top the ability to export or print. If you're working with another university that uses Cayuse, then you can just click the export button and you can name it something like Tulane Subaward and export this entire subaward as a Cayuse file. And then the other university, LSU in this case, would take the file and import it into their Cayuse system. However, if they don't have Cayuse, which a lot of universities won't, you can just click print and it'll make a PDF of everything you've been working on. So you can make an entire PDF of the, ignore this error, I didn't have it all set up here. There we go. You could print everything out here. I'll select all and make a PDF of this entire subaward budget that you've built, and then you can send this PDF to the other university. So you can see here it would have everything you need. And the advantage of using this is the key persons and budget automatically populates our investigators' salaries. So this is just a really good tool, totally optional if you want to use Proposals S2S to generate a budget for a subaward. Again, if you ever want to use it, just go to Proposals S2S, create proposal, research subaward. Obviously don't do this if you're submitting directly to Grants.gov. You're going to want a full Grants.gov proposal in that case. But it's just a good, helpful little tool in case you want to use Proposals S2S.